Zach Tecklenburg spent much of the day in Buffalo. He and Mark Clegg join us live now from Branson, Missouri. Mark, what are you seeing when you were driving into town today?
I'll tell you what, Krista, right as you pull into town, you can really see where the storm hit, especially the higher up areas. We're just above the historic Branson Landing. Look down the hill here. You see the Hilton Hotel there. It's a picture very eerily reminiscent of the hospital in Joplin. The tornado sucked the curtains out, furniture out of the rooms as it blew over. It kind of skipped over there. The river goes right below there, and it came up this hill, and right across here are some homes that were damaged. Now, as you were saying, we have seen property damage. We've also seen a number of injuries, but no lives lost. Zach Tecklenburg joins me now. He spent the day in Buffalo, Missouri, where there was the loss of a life, and we're going to turn it over to you to tell us what you saw down there, Zach.
Yeah, Mark, Buffalo is where we saw one woman dead, about 13 others injured. All those happened in a trailer park about 1 mile south of the city of Buffalo. We want to show you some Sky Tracker video now that we shot earlier today of the total devastation in areas south of Buffalo. There were other homes and businesses hurt, but the biggest damage happened at that trailer park where we're told there's about a dozen homes there. You can see the countryside is just littered with pieces of buildings and steel. A lot of that area was blocked off today just because of the down power lines and all the debris laying around there, so it's quite a dangerous situation, and a lot of that area around the trailer park blocked off about a 3 or 4 square mile area. And there were people who do have stories of survival out of this in Buffalo, and coming up tonight at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, you'll hear one of those stories. Mark?
All right. Zach, thanks very much. We'll look forward to seeing you at 5. We're going to have much more here. We're going to bring George Waldenberger. He has spent the day in Branson. You've been down there. You saw sort of where the tornado blew through. And tell us a bit about what you saw from your vantage point, George.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things with tornadoes is that they tend to be relatively small scale. So a lot of them don't hit highly populated areas. But this one actually came right across the tourist areas of Branson. It was about a 22-mile path-length tornado. At some points, up to around 4 football fields wide. So a lot of damage with this, and we showed you some of the damage within this neighborhood, which is known as Mount Branson. It's overlooking the downtown area, as you can see. We can see the Hilton Hotel. That's the downtown convention center. The windows are blown out. I'd say probably about a quarter to a third of the windows blown out of that building. The curtains are blowing out of those open holes where the windows once stood. You follow the main drag up through town. There's damage all over the place, in particular the Branson Variety Theater, where the 12 Irish tenors, that theater has kind of a hole in front of it and extensive damage to the roofing there. So, you know, it's not just here, it's really all over Branson.
One of the things, in talking to some people coming in who run Silver Dollar City and a lot of the big attractions here, they were telling me the show will go on. They might be a little bit down for a day, but they're not going to let this slow them down. They're expecting the big tourist season to really pick up next week with spring break. So we're going to come back in just a minute and talk a little bit more about the tornado, George and I. We're going to send it back to you, Krista, in the studio, and we'll explain a little bit more what an EF2 means when we see you in a few minutes.
All right, we'll talk to you then, Mark. Thanks.